Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be, and welcome back to Novice Painting with the Novice Painter, Jimmy Novice. I'm Jimmy Novice, of course, Novice Painter. Of course, gotta make that double, triple, quadruple sextuplet check on the camera. Refrigerator's asleep, perfect timing. So basically, all I did was get a little bit more coverage there. Once again, I fixed that a little bit more. Fixed that a little bit more. Did some fixing, lots of fixings. So we're gonna jump right in immediately into the little thingy over here. I need some more of the Candy Apple Red. Not too much. I'm gonna put actually a little bit, just a tiny bit of this pink in there because I kind of want this this thing that I'm about to put on there. I kind of want it to pop, you know, not literally, but just obviously, you know, we still want some pop lock in action. We got things falling all over the place over here. This episode has been quite the journey, the epic journey. Journey to the center of the paint. Alright, there we go. This should be fine. It's actually probably should make quick work of this. I don't know how much. Yeah, it's definitely gonna lighten the red up. This should be a nice little. This is gonna be very candy-like. Oh, ooh, little hints there. Dropping hints. It's gonna be very candy-like. Okay, so checking out the little paint scheme, little blueprint, paint cave blueprint. Okay. All right, be tricky. Again. Things can be tricky on this show. It's tricky to paint a stroke on time, or whatever. I don't know, I'm trying to sort of do my own joke lyrics for the Run DMC song. It's gonna need considerable coverage to really, you try to come back to it, but maybe just like with this and this, maybe you can kind of tell what's brewing here, sort of underneath the surface, and what's going to come out on the other side of this sucker. I had to go a little bit further down. The original blueprint schematic, the ratios were a little different. There we go. It's not too bad. It kind of went more to the edge, but so I'm actually going to try just to make this a little bit longer. That's why it's always good to be a little conservative in the beginning. You know, just a little at a time, or just a little at a time. So we're on good pace here. We try to sort of, you know, let's try to even. Continuing to even ratios out. There we go. So that's a lot like wider than it is in reality. This little object here. It's a sweet treat. All right, so I'm gonna let that chill for a second. See how we had left off. I think we're talking about shows or something. Got really into that. I was just thinking about candy. Again, I'm probably just totally giving away what the secret is. Again, it's not really that much of a secret. It's not a big secret. It's not really a fun secret either. It's, you know, just trying to leave some elements of surprise, obviously. I'm trying to just not squat. I have this thing with squatting. I wake up with it's like leg day syndrome. Paint leg day syndrome. Alright, so now while that's drying, yeah, it's like another thing, you know, you get addicted to television shows. You got these, especially the way they're engineered today. It's like they're engineered to be super addictive. Especially these multi-part, freaking episodic documentaries. It's like I could literally just look it up on Wikipedia and just save totally like a huge amount of time. Just basically, I'm just so befuddled at the thought of how much time I wasted trying to find out, you know, like who got like what is the secret of this Price is Right freaking documentary. It ends up not being what you really expected every time, and not always in a good way. It's not always they don't always have the best finishes to these documentaries. I'm having a hard time figuring out which brush to use. Okay, this is actually, yeah, that's perfect. Alright, so. Yeah, sometimes you get that perfect show with all the elements perfectly engineered, just like the mobile games. To get you totally hooked. It's like digital crack or something. Digital. That sounds like a song by a new hip hop artist, Digital Crack or something like their album. There probably is an album called Digital Crack. It could be like sort of a robot butt too. It'd be more. It'd be like cyborg crack or something. Sometimes it's really hard to just get like a perfectly horizontal or like rectangle. A long rectangle. Okay, that's acceptable. Once again. You know, yeah, it's just like these freaking shows, man. Stringing things out, he's stringing you along. This documentary series. Wait, see, that's the Carlo Rossi seal of approval. That's what it's supposed to represent. The seal of approval, the Carlo Rossi. See, I went through a lot of painstaking heartache to get that burgundy color. I still don't even know if it's actually burgundy, but it's burgundy-esque. Just like these shows, they're drug-esque. It's like, I don't really need to know about these guys' mountain climbing excursions. Does Pepsi give the kid the freaking Harrier fighter jet or not? We can let's just tell us now. Just tell us now. Come on, Pepsi or Netflix. Quit stringing it out. You know? It's like I could totally be watching superfan episodes of The Office. They're up to like season 5 or 6 now, I think. I don't know. Alright, so I'm getting, again, just off track, befuddled. So I guess we'll go ahead and just finish off the Teriyaki Madness. Reviews, ended up mixing that freaking much for freaking that. Because we're gonna write the Carlo Rossi. We're gonna write the Carlo Rossi King in black. So it really pops, really stands out. Plus, I think on the actual wine jug label, it is Carlo Rossi signature is in fact black. So it's but at the same time, I'm just gonna do the initials CR. because it can also, you know, be a placeholder or a stand-in or whatever for Snoop Dogg's Cali Red. So it's 2 birds, 1 stoner, you know, or whatever, you know, if you want to say that. That's just what kind of naturally sort of just rolled off the tongue there, so. But yeah, it's like, I remember, you know, addictive shows. I remember my mom, she talked so much crap about Stranger Things season, or the whole series for so long. Let's see. So I went a little far with this one. I'm gonna try to, this is gonna be probably a little bit wider than it's supposed to be. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to get sort of a sharp tip on the end of these embellishments. Yeah, she talks so much crap about Stranger Things. Like, I don't like that science fiction crap. I don't like that science fiction crap. I don't get it. What's so it's just stupid. It's just, you call it science crap. Science crapson, they should call it. And she finally gave it a chance, and once you know it, she watched the entire first 3 seasons in one freaking night. I don't even know if that's really mathematically possible. Here we go, squatting. There we go, squatting again. Here's sort of like a little thing that kind of flames off, sort of. It flickers. If you ever seen a campfire, it's sort of, I'm sure you kind of know what I'm getting at here. So, and it just kind of wraps around, it whispers, it wisps. It's a whisper in the wind. There we go. See, of course, it's a little bit further to the left than, you know, maybe would have been wanted, but it turned out pretty decent. I think anybody who's got the madness of the teriyaki madness, they would recognize that from many miles away, many moons away. I feel like I just got real lucky with sort of the shape of that, so I'm trying not to muck it up. I'm just trying to not think of gloopy. If you don't think, oh, see, I thought of them, so. Yeah. Come on, peanut butter, help me out. Get the spirit of gloopy out of here, because. Not today, gloopy. Not today. Don't you mess with my Teriyaki Madness logo. Okay, yeah, so. If you were to Google Teriyaki Madness logo, you probably have to agree that's about 75% accurate, 3/4 accurate to a Teriyaki Madness logo. I mean, it's above 500 at least. It's definitely, you know, above 500. All right, so there we go. Yeah, I just remember, you know, I can't get off the TV subject. I remember, you know, binging on shows like that had mini marathons back in the day. You know, binging something, you know, it's entirely darker and different. There was an after-school special about this girl, and actually, no, I'm not going to go there. That's too dark. It's too dark. It's too freaking dark. So. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3 done. I'm gonna go ahead and we got the black paint right here. It's still nice and wet. I'm gonna get a thinner brush. So you still gotta jump back to that. That sucker's wet. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to the thing on there now, because, dang, I had some other orange that was, seemed more appropriate for the color. I wonder how much this is gonna stand out. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any color mixing. Just need to add one more thing. It's basically dry on the edge, so. Wait, I gotta just make sure, because this is, okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so it's fine orange. The orange is fine. We won't worry about the orange anymore. I'm just kind of paranoid because there's this other part. Okay, that's. I think I'm gonna go right past. There's this other thing that kind of goes through there. There's got to be enough room. It's got to be the right. I think I chose the wrong thing to paint first, but okay, that might turn out okay. So we gotta go up higher towards the top, though. Higher and higher. Doesn't matter if we go over that because that's part of it. It's part of it. You're probably okay. Obviously. I mean, not obviously, hopefully obviously. It'd be nice if it was obvious. But this is the Candy Crush logo. Because, well, those mobile games will put you in a mobile home if you aren't careful. So, unless you're already in a mobile home, then you probably wouldn't. You know, you better be really careful. I mean, there's some nice mobile homes, like it's a choice. In many instances. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, okay. So I can't get it gloopy, or I mean, not gloopy, globby. I'm getting globular, but. There's going to be some coverage issues here. It's like, the late 2010s, or sorry, the late 2000s. It's like, I think the best we can get right now is 3G. It's like, until this dries more, we can't really upgrade yet to get real globular though. That's fine because texture is fun, it's exciting. That sucker's gonna run like the dickens. So I'll just put it more to top. There we go, that's fine. We're gonna leave it like that for now. Okay, so we're gonna hope really hope that dries because just keep blowing on. Wait, hold on. Okay. Fine, there's other things to paint. I mean, we're at a good pace, so we can go ahead and finish up the Carlo Rossi jug. But it's like, I remember just as a kid though, there wasn't a lot of options. I remember binging, being really addicted to watching Cops. I mean, if there's any more perfect show that, you know, it may be like, you know, controversial like John Cena, like we talked about in episode 4. It's crazy, it's 2 episodes ago, but, you know. But it was like this guy, you know, it's the usual, it was a decent wake-up call watching Cops, you know, for certain people. It's a decent wake-up call. You know, it's for those that were addicted to certain illicit substances, it could be a decent wake-up call. So, I don't know if That's probably too thick to do. I need a thinner brush to do the Carlo Rossi. Okay, I'm gonna use Get Real Thin. Alright, we're gonna just be careful. So this is, okay. I gotta be careful with these C's. They cannot, gotta be careful if they don't look like G's. Okay, I'm trying to get wispy and wispy and cursive-y. I want it to look very like it came from an Italian vineyard somewhere, like even if it's commercially produced. There's got to be some semblance that some care went into it. The care. Got to show respect for the man himself, Carlo. Rossi, even though he did me wrong a number of times. I don't know if you've ever had a Carlo Rossi headache, but it's like they should have, Carlo Rossi should be a sponsor for one of the, like a college football bowl game, because man, you get some it's almost like you get some CTE from the Ross man, the Rossi man. You get some crazy headaches. Gotta be careful. Gotta wear helmets when you drink Carlo Rossi. No, I'm just kidding. It's really not even, it's totally exaggerating. Don't sue me, Carlo. I was joking. Alright, it's basically, that's a C. That's a C, and we didn't go too far where it looks like a G. Okay, so the R, this one's a little tricky. It's medium tricky. It's kind of like medium tricky. Because R's are generally not too hard. But yeah, I mean, again, the cops, it can be a wake-up call for people with, let's see, illicit, issues with illicit substances. I feel like I'm trying to keep, I don't want to get thicker than this freaking C. But illicit substances, it could be a wake-up call, because there was this guy. Oh man. That's still kind of wet. How's that? No, it's not wet. That's weird. Anyway, so there was this guy. He got pulled over. The cops, the usual kind of questions. Where you going? Where you been? How you been? Well, they don't usually ask that. They didn't know him that well but anyway, it was like, they asked him to get out of the car. And he's like, officers, do you know that I have 20 years of education? Do you know that? Do you know how? Like, no, we don't know you, sir. We don't know who you are. It's like, well, it's a shame, because I have 20 years of education. I'm thinking, man, this guy, he's kind of wobbly. It's like, obviously he has been drinking. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. No ifs, ands, or bunt cakes about it. Sorry, this hat, it's weird. It's like, it's keep kind of tickling my ear back here. It's like the ball is tickling my ear. So this R's turning out pretty good, so some blueprints are important. Alright, so he's like, I got 20 years of education. I'm like, man, even a guy, he's probably has multiple PhDs. Maybe he's got like professorship at a highly reputable university. And even he gets caught up in the devil's fruit juice, you know? Even he gets caught up in the devil's fruit juice, and it can happen to anyone, sadly. It's horrible. You know, but then the officer was like, 20 years, huh? 20 years, huh? The guy was like, yep, officer. I graduated 10th grade twice. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some mathematics in it, because that didn't add up at all. He really disappointed me. I thought it should have been a dead giveaway, because when he was shirtless, he didn't even have a shirt on, so I should have known from there. I just figured it was kind of hot out. Okay, there we go. That turned out pretty good. Some people might think, oh, is that like Colorado Rocky wine or something? No, it's Carlo Rossi. It's Carlo Rossi, fool. It ain't no Colorado Rocky wine. What you talking about? Kevin Lewis? Alright, so it took a half an hour to do one wispy flame and a couple candies and a CR. Alright, so we really gotta pump this forward. We gotta pump it up. Alright, so you gotta make sure, alright, I guess, I'm checking out the 24-hour fitness thing, because, okay, so, alright, okay, cool. So I'll just get into this white real quick, because it's still gotta dry. You know, it's probably in the end I might not even be able to finish. I'll just finish that in post. Because, I mean, you get the picture, really. So I guess, okay. I gotta just be quiet and just do this. Okay, so what's this white going on? Okay, the white's going on the 24-hour fixedness. I don't know if I have enough of it's sort of a more glossy white. There's a, I think that might be enough. If not, we can always take from the top of the lid. So, sorry if that was kind of loud. If you're listening on surround sound or something, maybe on a big screen, the dog probably thought someone was knocking on the door or something. Sorry. I mean, I don't know, the audio's not really even that good to probably do that, so I guess I'm not too worried about it. Probably didn't get the kids up or anything. Alright, so we got a brush for the hour fitness part, but we're gonna do the 24 part. Okay, so it's very spacey. It doesn't take up a lot of space, but just wondering. Okay, I'll just follow my instincts here. Okay, there's got to be enough room. They've got to. Oh no, it's getting a little curvy there. It's getting curvy. Curvy the love paint. Or, yeah, Kirby the Love Bug, actually, so it's... Okay, that's not too bad. I didn't leave a lot of room for the 4, but... So the 4 is going to be a little angry, a little tight. It's gonna be real tight in there. Just want to try to get some more coverage in there. I'm not looking for a flat surface. We want a bumpy road. We want a thunder road of paint. Because when the lightning strikes, Well, the thunder rolls. I don't know. The paint rolls. The paint rolls, huh, Peter? Right? Okay, so getting very meticulous with this. I'm almost kind of just sort of wasting a little bit of time so I can give those suckers time to dry so we can, finish it out. It's like we did with the last few. We had trouble with the towel episode. I mean, we've had trouble with nearly every episode, but nothing that can't be overcome with perseverance and love for painting and peanut butter, right? Oh, sorry, I'm not kikiing. Sorry, I didn't kiki. Sometimes I kiki. She doesn't. I've said it before. She doesn't like kiki. She doesn't like that noise. Sorry, I keep doing it. Okay, cool. All right, we're on to the 4. We're on to the 4. Yeah, so the guy's freaking. I should have known since he was shirtless and wobbling all over the freaking place, and he was lying through his Coors Light or soaked teeth, his Keystone teeth, his Keystone Light teeth or something. I don't know. I'm just all over the place here. Okay, so this 4 is gonna be really tight. Wait, okay, there's sort of a. Okay, it comes this way. Okay, that's pretty good. I just gotta hit that curve down there. Okay, just making sure where that curve. Again, I had to alter this a little bit because I put the frickin' too far over, so because normally it sort of comes down, there's more space, and the tip of the floor meets the sort of the butt of the 2, I guess. I don't know how else, what else you call the end of the 2s, the tail or something, the tail end of the 2. Okay, so anyway, and there's just a little thingy that just kind of goes through, a little stick. The shaft of the 4. The 4 shaft. Okay, that's pretty good. And we ran out of it's a little tight in there, but it's obviously a 2 and a 4. What's up, 2-4? Where you from, fool? I'm from 2-4. 24 hour. 24 all day, 2-4. That's what it means, 2-4, all day. I mean, of course, there's some proportional issues. With the 2. But it looks pretty solid, I think. I like that. I think it almost looks better than the real one, the original. The actual one. That's a little biased. I'm a little biased. Peanut Butter thinks so too, but she's a little biased too. She's a little limb biased. Dang it, some. Alright, I'm gonna have to spread this around because this is like. It doesn't want to stick, really. It's like this. Obviously, I put a lot. But it's gonna take a while to dry. If it could just be as dry as my eyes. Dang. That's horrible. That's horrible. But it's fine. It's not horrible. It's okay. That's what it is. It's okay, right, Peter? It's okay. Let me get that hour fitness part, and that one will be done. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 done. Making pretty decent time. I mean, I was estimating this would be about probably an hour and a half. So that's, I know it's crazy. It's It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But I felt bad for that guy with the 20 years, the supposed 20 years of education. That was real clever. I'll give him that. He almost had me. He almost had me. He almost had the cop. Can you believe it? 20 years of education. I gotta use that. Like I graduated. I got 14 years of education. I graduated 7th grade twice, dude. You got nothing on me. 14 years. That's nearly 2 doctorates. Okay, so there's kind of a tilt to the letters. I just want to make sure again we're using the space properly and efficiently as possible. I think there was too much of a tilt. Again, this is Jimmy Novice's interpretation of the 24-hour fitness logo. It's basically the same, but it's sort of, it could use, you know, a graphic design touch-up, you know, because this is the organic style. Taking my time. There's no reason to rush. There we go. I feel like I've sort of really feel comfortable doing letters. It looks kind of fun because it's just like 24 what? Wait, that was weird. I swear I heard something. I think it was the freezer again because it makes that. The freezer, the whole fridge just literally turns off. So it doesn't like, sort of, the freezer doesn't freeze too hard or something. But then it's like the temperature change makes the ice in there like creak. So it's kind of creepy when you hear the creaking. You're like, what is that? What? Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that at the middle of the night. Oh, the way my arm was bracing, it was shaking like Hulk Hogan when he gets a power bomb. He's like, he does this weird spasmy thing. Okay, so, again, maybe this will be 5 parts. Maybe we could just do a 5-parter. Alright, so fitness is the next word of the day. Trying to get, dang it, see, you always do something like that. Let's try to immediately wipe that with a moist, sorry, I'm gonna try to stop saying moist, but again, sometimes it's necessary. There you go. Pretty complete, 6-1, clean. Alright, jump back into some more white. We are rolling along. Rolling with the punches. Okay, make sure we're not gonna get our cloth out again. Okay, I'm going to actually do the top of the key first. There we go. I feel like I'm a little bit long on the shafts, maybe for the I and the C here. But you know, no one minds that, right? I mean, okay, just gotta get some more paint on there. So, oh no, it's okay. I got an E and 2 S's. It's gonna be a little tight, but that's been the theme of this whole logo, is everything's tight. Oh man, I almost messed that up. Yeah, I almost already started putting the 2 S's. Okay, ooh. Almost, folks. I'm just kind of getting really lost again. Lost in the painting. But you can, I mean, going back, of course, to the drug called Star Wars. I remember when we talked about the trailer just simply getting me into the series. And then when I finally did see the movie, I went way overboard. It was like I saw it like 10 times in 1 week. Of course, it was only 7 days in a week, so it's like, you can imagine, I spent a fortune on tickets. You might have saw I bought them from Ticketmaster. Like, I had to go through them because they were so pricey. Of course, because it wasn't a matinee, so you can't be too surprised about that. Just want to check. Oh wow, yeah. So we'll just barrel on through. Who cares? Who cares? It's like, let's just do a 2-hour epic. That's the longest. So I was really thankful though when the Star Wars finally came out on DVD. I don't think they didn't have Blu-ray yet. There was not an HD Blu-ray war yet. So that turned out pretty decent. Because there's still one more thing to do here. It's going to be real simple, but just hoping that. I mean, the red is not too bad. That's super wet. But there is some more letters to do. This is going to be tricky. Oh, I gotta get on these knees again. Man, I told you these Novice Painting knee pads are eventually going to be a necessity. So we might actually be able to just finish this in an hour and a half. So, ooh, man. So I finally got to see, Anakin do the deed, all that stuff. And, oh man, that's super dry. Alright, so, yeah, so I'm gonna have to put a little bit more in this silver. Because I had some gray in there to lighten it up. Because I don't think you're gonna be able to see it very well on the, well, it's curiously strong mints. We talked about in episode 3, the overpaint episode. Now, that was, the thing about that one is, they're actual, I'm actually going to put a little buttermilk in there in the metallic silver. See, these are the coveted mango sour Altoid box, because those are even more mysterious and more curious than Altoids themselves. More mysterious than Altoids themselves, because they just a little bit more. They mysteriously just decided, oh, let's just continue these mango sour Altoids. People were totally up in arms. It was like that cereal product 16 or something. I don't even. It was like a weird, super weird name. It sounds like a chemical or something. Product 19. It's like, bring back the 2,4,5 trioxin cereal. I want the trioxin cereal. Okay, so, all right. Gotta make sure this fits in. There's a lot of words, letters, and stuff. Yeah, see, I had a feeling that was gonna happen, so I'm gonna have to put some white in there. Because that's just not gonna pop. I could make it dark actually. I'm gonna put some black in there actually. Yeah, that's a good idea. Put some black in there. It could save the day. So you gotta. Sometimes you gotta improvise. Hopefully this will bring some contrast. I think it'll be dark enough. I didn't realize how light that was. This should work. I'm kind of actually wanting sort of a streaky color. Kind of have like some marbling effect to it. I don't even know. This might not even look like, this might not even show up very well either. Remember, novice painting. Novice is the key. Okay, I think I might need to put some white in there. Probably get a different brush. I can be more confident with the strokes if the brush is just a little bit smaller, so I don't have to worry about going too big on the C or any other, letter for that matter. So that's probably too big. I'm just trying to figure. There's so many possibilities. Possibilities are endless. There's probably about 17 possibilities over there. So it's far from endless. B, I was kind of aiming for a little bit thinner letters. But again, as long as it fits in there, as long as it fits in there and it's legible, I spell it right. These freaking contacts, man. Ugh. Okay, so it's O-U-S-L-Y. O-U-S-L-Y. U-O-S-L-Y. U-O-S-L-Y, dude. No, I don't. You yes, you do. Okay. Curiously. Alright, so that S-L-Y should fit in there. That's sly. It's pretty sly, but it should fit in there. Ugh, S's, man. They can be tricky. Okay, that's pretty fun. I like that. That S turned out kind of. This whole top part, it's kind of fun. It's curious. It kind of has a curious look, so it sort of fits the scene. So it's ended up fitting in pretty decent. All right, so that's all right. It probably doesn't necessarily pop as much as heck. You probably can't even barely see it on the screen. I mean, it's like 720p. This isn't full on the 4Ks, Okay, so now I gotta do the strong part. I'm almost thinking I should go ahead and just do straight silver because it may show up better. Because look how bright the metallic silver actually is when it's dry. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. Regardless, I'm just gonna do it, and if it doesn't come out as planned, oh, what the heck? Then I'll just fix it later. I'll just leave it there. Maybe I'll brighten it up later. But yeah. So back to Star Wars. The drug Star Wars. I remember, I finally got Revenge of the Sith on DVD, and I had watched it so many times already. It was just like, it wasn't even that big a deal. It wasn't that exciting when it came out. Because I was addicted to that too, like coming to Walmart at midnight, like Monday night, and then the new movies would come out. And eventually they stopped doing it. And they're like, what are you doing here? What are you here for? I'm like, I'm here for freaking Ghost Rider 2, dude. Need me some Nick Cage. Okay, that's better. It feels weird, but I remember one of the most coveted, secretive, mysterious things that everyone every Star Wars fan coveted was the Star Wars Christmas special. Okay, I gotta make sure that this is, because this is kind of tricky because it's gonna be bigger. Okay, so hopefully that'll end up showing up pretty decent with the color, because it's weird, like look how bright. Oh, okay, see, it's like the angles. It's hard to, it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful. Gotta be very judicious with the spacing. Okay, so I gotta look at this at another angle. You can't. Yeah, the Star Wars Christmas special. I keep getting off track. It's metallic, metal, silver metallic, mesmerizing. But it was the Star Wars Christmas special. I remember there was this guy, or there was a music video, yeah, where it was this. It was like a dude. He was like super white and nerdy, and he was buying the Star Wars Christmas special like in this back alley, as if it was like contraband. Uh-oh. Okay. That's not too bad. It's a little connected to the T. There needs to be room for the ONG. It's tricky looking. It's hard to kind of see this. Metallic paint. That could be a band name. Metallic paint or something. Okay. So, alright. Oh, freaking. I'm gonna need a chiropractor after this. Okay, that's actually. Yeah, you can see that pretty good. It's like from my angle, it's the worst. It's the worst angle. It's like I'm in an ankle lock by Kurt Angle. It's a bad angle. So I eventually got to see this super secret Star Wars Christmas special. And I mean, you totally could have considered it contraband, because this thing, I mean, after I watched it, it was just like this monstrosity of a production. It was like I watched the video from The Ring. It was like, am I gonna die in 7 days after watching this monstrosity? Like they had a whole freaking like subplot. It's nothing but Chewbacca's. Well, Wookiees, but you know, Chewbacca's for the layperson. See, I remember before I got into Star Wars, that skydiving guy, dang. That's not gonna be, I knew that I made that S too big. Dang, so, see, if it wouldn't have been so wide, I'm not gonna barely have any room for the N and the G. Dang, man. We'll make it work, I guess. That's what we always do here on the show, right? Come on, good for luck. Good for luck, for good luck. So, we're gonna get tight with this N. So they had this whole subplot with the Wookiees. I remember this guy that I used to work with, the skydiving enthusiast guy. He like gave me crap because when I saw the Revenge of the Sith trailer, I didn't know that freaking. I didn't know I forgot to, or didn't really even know they were called Wookiees, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. There was like an army of Chewbacca's. He's like, they're Wookiees, dude. They're Wookiees. It's like, sorry. But now I kind of know what it feels like. But regardless, it was horrible. This entire side story, like they were celebrating Life Day. It's like, how generic? How generic is that? I mean, Life Day, that's, you know, on paper that sounds great, but it's just kind of like, it's not very creative when you think about it. Like, we celebrate life every day. Okay, so I mean, it's curiously long and strong. It's not, now I get the friction on, but it's, dang. Oh well. Could be worse. It almost looks like it's supposed to do that because it kind of looks like it gets smaller. It's like curiously strong or something. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what the marketing folks over at Altoids were thinking. Okay, so that's basically done. So then we're just gonna get the, there's one more little candy thing over there. So yeah, it was like, there was, the only thing worse than that freaking, that monstrosity was, well, it brought back bad memories of, like the only sort of sore spot in that really cool Star Wars game, besides the Gizka infestation, it was like you had an entire freaking side story plot on a whole level for 2.5 hours. You were on the Wookiee home planet, in which you're reading, just nothing but subtitles with the same like 5 Wookiee lines repeated over and over that's supposed to be different words, in different pitches. It was like the same 5 lines of Wookieese over and over with different pitches. It's only because of the Wookiee level and the Gizka that game didn't get a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, so gotta get some brown. It's a chocolate brown. Look at how crazy this sucker is. Look at that. I mean, this is what, I mean, you've got to make your own decisions, but it's like drug abuse of anything, pretty much. I mean, this is what your mind kind of can look like, It's crazy how bad that can get. I'm just gonna get some chocolate. Chocolate makes everything better, so I keep putting this thing on for no particular reason. So this is just straight brown. So we have, there's chocolate. I have a chocolate sprinkle brown, and again, that brings back memories of the cake butt from the erotic cake store that had chocolate sprinkles for hair. They even had freaking like more like that piped sort of frosting like right in the middle of the butt cake, so it looked like, well, more hair, an area where it's hairier and a hairier area. So, all right, man, just crazy. I mean, I've seen videos, on the internet where it's just 10 hours of Homer saying go or something. So, I think they still do those 10-hour videos, but regardless, I don't know why I'm so concerned about the time, really. I just don't really want to waste anybody's time. They're like, what's the finish, There really is no finish, necessarily. It's about the journey. All I know is I'm probably putting freaking holes in my knees here. Oh, wait, oh God, check. See, it's tight quarters in the paint cave. I'm telling you. I said it once, I said it 100,000 million trillion times. Okay. Gonna be sore tomorrow. I'm gonna need a bath with some Epsom salts or something. My nostril itches. Okay, so. Wait, just to make sure, like, the shade of this. Okay, yeah, alright, so. Because it's a round freaking chocolatey ball with, again, sprinkles, but these are colored sprinkles, so. There we go, that's good. Okay, good. So it's gonna meet this like orange wedge thing. It's like an orange cough drop or something. It looks like on the thing. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. It's not even real Candy Crush. Let's get some real candies in here. All your candies are made up. Let's get some brand name candies. Like the candy companies should just work together. We could get, like, that'd be cool. Like, I would play Candy Crush if you could line up like 3 Kit Kats, or you gotta line up 4, and then it's like they break or something, or they come together, and then it's like, I don't know. But that freaking Wookiee sketch You know, sadly their budget was so bad that they had to like really skimp on the costumes, and the Wookiee faces were beyond nightmare inducing. It was even scarier than that. What people found years later of when you see the guy's freaking face inside the laughing Donatello mask and into the original Ninja Turtles. It was so freaky. It's like, don't go Googling that late at night. You regret that. I regretted it. I had to skip that scene or just close my eyes every time. It was like when I was a kid and I watched the Thriller video. It was like when Michael Jackson turned into a werewolf, man. I don't know why I had to use a pillow. It was like, I don't know why I didn't just close my eyes. It was like so horrifying. I had to shove a pillow into my eyes. That's absurd, I know. It's ridiculous. It's like, that was another show friend got addicted to, was Ridiculousness. Freaking 12-hour marathons. It was ridiculousness that I was watching ridiculousness that much. I was watching ridiculousness so much it was like ridiculousness. That doesn't really look, it's sort of weird because it almost looks like it's very oblong sort of chocolate ball. I'm thinking maybe it should come out a little bit more. Come out, chocolate ball. I guess that's basically it. So, I mean, the portion is a little off, but it's like, you know, who knows what's going on behind there. So, that's surprisingly dry. So actually, we can actually get some progress on that one. Yeah, it's like I've watched like all 9 seasons of The Office like 7 times. Like 7 times. And it's all my to-do list to watch it for the 8th time. And don't even get me started on the Great British Bake Off. Don't even go there. Don't even get me started. I'm already started. I started myself. It's like I watched that show so much that for the longest time, you know, cookies became biscuits. You know, these addictions can mess you up. You know, they had me ordering sausage McMuffins without the egg, calling cookies biscuits. You know, if it was a show about savory dishes, I'd probably be calling chips crisps. I gotta get some more of this candy apple. Hopefully this is white enough. Okay, cool, it is. And that was the one I mixed. All right, good. Perfect. All right, we're on the right track. Look at that. It's coming out nice. Just what we needed. Wait, oh no. So, okay, that's wet. That's plenty wet. Okay, so. Yeah, so definitely would not want to live in a world where I call chips crisps. Because being in America, people would probably get really confused and they think I was thinking, are you talking about like saltines? You want crackers? What? Potato, what? Crisps? Pringles? Those are crispy. Crispity, crunchy, peanut buttery. Butterfingers. See, they might think it's a Butterfinger. Essentially. Okay, there's real world implication. It's a jelly bean. I just realized it's a freaking jelly bean. But it's a Candy Crush version of a jelly bean. They probably don't have any sort of vomit flavored sort of jelly beans like those special Harry Potter joke ones. But yeah, I don't want to call crisp chips. I don't want to call sort of cookies biscuits. It's like they'd probably eventually be asking, where's the toilets? Or something of that nature. Okay, I hope that this orange does not look dry at freaking all. A little bit more. We still got some red in here. I can still see a dry spot. There it goes. All right, boom. So we're looking for, we found it. Gotta have that eye for wetness. And I do. All right, so, okay. All right, we're gonna try to get some orange on there. I know we're approaching Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, we went like, yeah, we'll probably be done in like 15 minutes. But it's still gonna be still epic. Still super epic. We've had like 4 different cycles of the fridge waking up and going back to fridge slumber party, fridge massacre, I don't know. Alright, so, yeah, and talk about, again, TV, it's like even the gambling girl, the Charlie Sheen, the female Charlie Sheen chick, woman, sorry, whatever, you know. Okay, the green, we'll get on the orange. She loved that, of course, she loved freaking she couldn't fall asleep without listening to the soothing sounds of the narration of murders. I mean, I'll admit, the guy, he had one of those voices, one of those lull you to sleep voices. It's like, if only he could just sort of read me, you know, fish out of water instead of, you know, husband out of air or out of blood or something. It would have been a lot more sweet to fall asleep to. Had these vivid dreams of being stuffed in the trunk, or doing the trunk stuffing, and having this nightmare that you're going to be on trial and you're in your pajamas. You're like, I'm totally going to lose this case. I'm in my boxers. I don't even have my good boxers. These aren't even the boxer briefs. Like, these are the loose ones. These just don't look right. The judge is not going to like this. He's mostly not going to like the fact. He's not going to like the trunk stuffing. Okay, so I remember, yeah, we get some more brown. There's just 2 more things we're going to do. We're going to push this. We're going to try to push this in about 15 more minutes. It's like, what can brown do for you? Hopefully it can dry faster, because there's some fun little sprinkles, colorful sprinkles we want to put on there. You want to put some colorful sprinkles. You don't want chocolate balls without sprinkles. You better not give me a chocolate ball without sprinkles, because I will refuse to eat that chocolate ball. I think it's got like malt or some kind of crunchy. I think it's like a Ferrero Rocher. Ferrero Rocher chocolate, super fancy chocolate. Sorry, peanut butter, I didn't mean to put the chocolate right next to you. I know it's like you can't really have chocolate, and I know you're tempted. You can probably smell the faux cocoa scent because it's not a real chocolate ball. It's a painted chocolate ball, don't lick it. Peanut butter, do not. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. Got pretty solid coverage. It looks very lozengy, or sort of one of those orange wedges, but it's not an orange wedge because it has sort of a, there's also these little, I'm gonna put some white where there's like a white sheen, like a shine. We're gonna shine on these. There's one more thing I'm gonna do. I mean, we talked about love as far as, you know, the girl, the Charlie Sheen, you know. Luckily we got snapped out of that love spell when we got a 20 stuffed in our mouth, $1 Million Man style. Okay, I just want to make sure that I actually, when I check the wetness level's pretty good there. Okay, so yeah, you know, we would watch. I remember just watching the heck out of these streaming episodic documentaries. Of course, Netflix. I mean, there's, you know, Prime has some good ones, and it just seems like Netflix, they engineer them, they stretch it out. It's crack-like. They stretch it out. They lead you on for 8 episodes. There's filler with needless backstory. It's too big. It's like the needless backstory, you know, dramatizations for the third side character of the story, describing the story of how they met the main subject of the show's friend, in a very competitive dodgeball match in junior high and middle school, and how they both knocked each other out at the exact same time. And they grew up together. They went to get a smoothie at a popular smoothie chain, and they grew up to just be, they never thought they would end up accusing each other of, murder. And it's like that making a murderer. It's like, it wasn't the plot. I wasn't the plot of that, but man, by the end of that show, it's making me want to commit a murder, because it was so frustrating. Dang, what was I gonna? Oh, see, I saw I got like a lot of silver metallic silver paint. See, that brown, it's just not. I'm kind of Stalin in a way. I'm kind of Joseph Stalin here. There's not a lot of famous Stalins besides he. So, dang it. Alright. I'll just go ahead and do the, it was meant to be kind of surprisatory. Let's see, I'm gonna do it with the same paint. Yes. We're gonna use the cadmium red. We're gonna put it right freaking there. Just plopping it right there. See how thick that is? So yeah, you watch these, I watch these engaging docs trying to, feed my mind. I'm all zested up from marinara ciggies. Trying to, have some good conversational, things to bring up to maybe woo the opposite sex. Yeah, I'm trying to have a really hard time finding the right freaking brush over here. It's madness. Okay, so wait, this one. Okay. No, because see, the thing I'm about to try to paint is it's fairly thin. Okay, this is good. This is good. This will work. Okay, freaking itchy nostrils. Okay. So it's like, sometimes, I'm all zested up on marinara cigarettes, watching these engaging documentaries. And it's like, but you mishear things. You think you're cool, and it's like, this will turn out okay. But yeah, it's like, see, you'll do some crazy things for love. Like, you'll try to memorize interesting facts from documentaries that you watch, stayed up way too late watching. It's like you mishear things, it's like you think you hear a scientist in the show. It's like he's like, long ago, before the dinosaurs, there existing nothing but bungholes. And I was like, wait a minute, what? He probably said something to do with bacteria, some type of bacteria that maybe sounded like bungholes, but nonetheless, it can be quite embarrassing when you try to impress a girl with some random knowledge, and you just sit there and you're telling her, and you sound like you're trying to act like, that you sound like you know what you're talking about. And you're just like, did you know that before dinosaurs existed, there walked nothing but bungholes roamed the earth? She's like, what? That's bungholes? Yes. Bungholes. You are correct. It's like I heard it a documentary last night. We all started out as bungholes. It was just bungholes roamed the earth, just nothing. They didn't have eyes, or they had legs because they had to walk. I mean, to roam, you gotta have legs. So it's just bungholes roaming the earth. Nothing but freaking bungholes. Not, to say the least, I did not get the number of that lady. Like, I should just stick to facts I know. Just stick to office references. That's it. Just stick to office references. That's it. Maybe you'll get some of that. I don't know. Who knows? Again, it wasn't necessarily over as far as I would have liked it. I didn't really make it as big as I wanted, but actually I can do it. Yes, I actually have an idea. Because the idea really was it was going to be sort of reminiscent of the Jimmy Santa Love hat, symbol, whatever, heart, Jimmy Heart. One of the first Jimmy Grams that's represented in the show through digital means. Okay, so I have some more of this white on the edge. I'll probably just go ahead and use that. See, this is Ingenuity at its finest. I'm gonna get real globular because I want there to be, so I always put it over here, but there we go, boom. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. So the knob on the heart hat, super globular. That's what we're looking for. We want globiness. Okay, so there is. We do still have some purpose for the white. And we only need a little touch. We're so close. We're just gonna barrel on frickin' through this. An hour and 28. It's not bad. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, really just look at it, just check it out. There we go. Need a little more texture on there. That's starting to gloop down. Okay, so this red is probably mostly dry for what I'm about to do. It's real simple. It's literally just supposed to be like a shine, like sort of the light's hitting it. The light's hitting its jelliness. Alright, that's pretty good. That's better than, yeah. I mean, it could be, yeah, that's fine. I don't know if this orange is dry enough though. We'll just go for it. Just F it. Just F it, man. That's the attitudes people get from, sadly, when it comes to the abuse of substances. It's a little bit whiter than I wanted. Happens a lot, seems like. That's decent. See, this one was way more than I expected on there. I mean, I guess that kind of helps. Again, there's no precision. You go with your heart, feel the passion inside. The beat is coming on or something, I don't know. Take your passion, make it happen. Something comes alive. Okay, so we put on these freaking, so there's white on the chocolate ball. There's white sprinkles. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. There's no way that dried out like that. All right, so there we go. So there's not that many. So messed up and put the The chocolate was still wet. Boom, it's like the chocolate pudding that's the basics, you don't. I broke the skin. I broke the chocolate skin. It was a good brush, so I'm gonna go ahead and soapy that up. So it's insane. It's so full of life and color. I'm really quite happy with it. It's gonna be a good way to just mark out to the end of the first collection. This is by far the end of Novice Painting. By far. By freaking far. Uh-oh. So even the Cadillac brushes. Okay, these are the Subaru Outback. Maybe Acura. I don't know. A Nissan Integra. Not that. No, that's. But these are decent, and they're freaking. This thing started coming off. It's okay though. All right, so I'm just trying to. All right, that's good. Okay. One more color. Sorry, there's like 3 more colors. There's pink. There's pink, blue, and yellow. So just trying to be pretty accurate. So maybe when you look at the Candy Crush logo, if you ever do, I don't know. It's kind of like Halo 3 at this point, I think. Nobody's really playing it that much. Except the ladies at my work on the break. They still have a hankering for Candy Crush. Oh man. There we go. Boom, that's so much better. This pink is stubborn. There's a horse in the wintertime. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm sorry, horse people. Don't tear me apart on social media. Remember, I don't like remember that guy said socials in New Mexico, and it was disturbing. It's like, it's really happening. They're really calling it socials. Dang it, I cannot get this sucker. Come on, baby, come on. That's a good time to roll. There we go. All right, so boom, dang. Oh, got toes cramping. So I had some yellow in here, but this thing that's definitely. Oh wait, it's actually not dry. So I can use that yellow because there's yellow and blue, and that's it. Yellow, blue, and then we're gonna use some orange to sign off. Oh, there's some red too, dang. All right, so let's just get that. Just get it in there. Let's just get it done. Let's get it fully done. I don't care how long this is. Hopefully you don't either. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to edit, but it's okay. It's the fun part. We get globby with this. Getting globby with the sprinkle accoutrement. This looks like a good chocolate ball. I would totally eat this. Totally grab this chocolate ball. Okay, well, don't want to get overzealous with the colored sprinkles. You're gonna ruin the integrity of the chocolate ball. I don't know if I have a good sort of blue to juice. Oh, actually, it looks like it. This might be dry as. Oh, good Lord, that's. If you could only see. Look, you just gotta dig in there. It's underneath. What lies beneath the wet paint. The wet paint lies beneath. Yeah, that's alright. It kind of ran out a little bit of a room there, but still gotta do the yellow. Just being troopers. Yeah, so man, basically now it's just, it's a lot of, a fair amount of Juan Valdez, the caffeine with the Juan Valdez, in the office, most of these days. with some marinara Siggies thrown in, you know, for good measure, for texture, for layers. We want textures and layers. Kind of like this chocolate ball. We got fun colored sprinkles. I wasn't as judicious in colored sprinkle placement, because these are sprinkles. I mean, people think those sprinkles don't have to be like horizontal or whatever, or like what you traditionally think of when you think of sprinkles, because you can have sprinkles of all shapes and sizes. I was recently sort of walking through the baking section of the store, and there was like, I was surprised by how many, the variety of sprinkles these days. I mean, who would have known there was that many variety of sprinkles? Okay, that's good. I kind of do want that to be a little bit more like the D.A.R.E, but it's not, because, you know, this is a good heart, because it's when I found, you know, the ability to sort of love myself. Love yourself before you love anyone else, and because it's important, because you can't really love anybody else if you don't love yourself, right? I mean, that's what they all say, right? Alright, so I got this orange. It should still be wet, so we're gonna go ahead and pop on their signature, and we'll say Avidas and see you later, or something, you know, sooner rather than later. This has always been the tricky part, something I still haven't sort of gotten a total handle on. I'm still trying to be experimental. I'm gonna try to really make this one really nice. So it's the JN initial for the Jimmy Novice Paint signature. Just figured, just to fill in those empty spaces, it just felt like there was too much space. So we're kind of bookending, you know, with a symbol that means a lot to me in peanut butter. So I figured, you know, that's a good way to finish this sucker off. Figured I might as well just take up the space and just make good use of it. Since this one over here, I didn't, it's fine though. That's why I went ahead and put the ball on the left side of the heart's shoulder or whatever. Whatever user wants to call it. Let's see, I'm trying to remember, how did I even do that one? Oh, okay, yeah, see, I know. Still trying to figure this thing out, you know? Sometimes it takes, you know, Family Ties. Family Ties was brave enough to do that creepy uncle episode on the 6th episode of the first season. They took a risk, and so did I, so did we. We took a risk. We did peanut butter. We didn't do a creepy uncle episode, but we did take a risk on episode 6. Just like the Family Tie writers, producers. Almost there. Just one more little swoosh. It's pretty good. I mean, it's further over than I kind of wanted, but again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We dare to just say that's good enough. It's just great for an A, acceptable, or maybe a D. It's doable. Yes, it is. Or maybe it's F4, fine. I don't even know. You want to try some red vines? No, those are bad for my teeth. Alright, so that's it. We're gonna leave this sucker up. We're not gonna put it on the wall because when we come back for episode 1 of Collection 2, you're gonna see everything up here. Well, that's the idea, that you see some new colors. It's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be super fun. So we're gonna leave it right there. Thank you folks for joining on this epic journey of 20 parts, 6 episodes. You got 20 parts out of 6 episodes. It's like an insane amount of hours. I don't know, 17, 18, 19, who knows? Got paint everywhere, but not in my eye. I didn't get paint in my eye. Thank you, Peanut Butter, for being with us. So this is it. Remember to dare, to think for yourself. And remember, happiness never decreases from being shared. That's the most important aspect of the show, Novice Painting, with the Novice Painter, Jimmy Novice. I am Jimmy Novice, Novice Painter. We dare to just say yes. We'll tune into the next episode. Yeah, we dare to make that friend.